What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 coming at you with another deck profile. This time it's pure Thunder Dragon. I took this deck to my locals recently and I went 4-0. I played Dark Magicians, Salad, Musketeers, and Pendulums in that order. I went 4-0. So, and again, it was for the old ban list, but since this deck didn't really get hit, so it's pretty much the same deck for last format and this format. It's just a lot of people are predicting that this will be the best deck of the format. It's so budget. It's really easy to pick up. My variant doesn't really have like the expensive stuff like Appaloosa, Thanos, or Impermanence, but I still think the deck can do really well without those. Um, so without any further ado, let's get on to the main deck. So obviously you max out on all the all the Thunder Dragons. So 3 of the OG Thunder Dragon, basically pitch to search itself, and it has really nice synergy with Titan, of course. So you get up to 2 pops. Triple Dragon Roar. When it's banished, you can special banish or send from field to grave. You can special any Thunder Dragon from deck, and basically I like to search. I like to basically special Dragon Dark, which most players do. But yeah, this card is also insane to banish off of Allure of Darkness, which is like a +3 in this deck. Triple Dragon Dark, very versatile. Its quick effect in hand allows you to trigger Titan during your opponent's turn, and its on-field effect to search after it gets sent from field to grave or banished is good. I usually search the fusion card, Thunder Dragon Fusion. Then, of course, Triple Dragonhawk. And the OCG, this card is actually cut to 2, so I thought on our October ban list that we're going to get the... Oh, it's cut to 1 in OCG, so I thought on our list that we are going to get it to 1, but thankfully we didn't, so obviously 3 Dragonhawk. It's basically your monster you born in the deck, so you want to max out on it, because if you see this in Battery Man, it's you have a really solid board. It's also being able to revive a Thunder Dragon using its hand effect making Colossus live in the sense that you can just tribute 1 Thunder monster, so that's really good. And then Triple Matrix. Matrix, again, it has a really good synergy with Titan, being able to pop on your opponent's turn, and just being able to retain advantage is really, really important, so it searches itself, so that's nice. And the last of the Thunder monsters, I run the 1 duo. I know some people like to run 2, but I'm just running the 1. Being able to trigger Thunder Dragon effects in Grave when you banish to summon this for cost is good. Being able to search when it does battle damage is good. And then being able to stack your deck is also nice. And then instead of running the second duo, I'm running the 1 Chaos, the Envoy of the End. I know it came to 3, and it's basically like my second duo. Being able to trigger effects in Grave is important. It's a big beater. It's just my favorite card, so I just... There's really no justification. If it's your favorite card, you should try to find a way to put it in a deck. But I think it's really good in this deck just because, again, it just has good synergy with banishing stuff. And obviously it's an easy game 2 and 3 side out, so it is what it is, but it's a nice beater. And sometimes you can close out games, to be honest, so that's nice. That's it for like the Thunder Dragon monsters. On to like your normal summons of the deck. Obviously the triple Battery Man Solar, arguably the best normal summon. Being able to dump a Thunder and then get a token is really, really nice, because when you get a token, you can basically link that off and something else, like your shit this over here. You can basically, if you dump a Thunder like Dragon Roar and you have Hawk in hand, you revive the Roar, you get a token, and then with the token you can link it off into some summoner, and then you can just pop off. And then this also works with Instant Fusion, which I max on. So that's really good. You want to see this in Instant Fusion, or this and Dragonhawk. Your other normal summon is Double Loof Lupine. I know some people run 1 or 2, but or 3, but I think 2 is okay. The reason is it's not a Thunder, so you can't go to some summoner. Usually you have to go into Tour Guide if you see this card and you need to resolve it. It's also a Dark for the lore if you need to. What's really important is its banish effect on normal summon is cost, so you at least get the effect of whatever you banish in hand, which is good. Obviously you neg 1 and you're not guaranteed to open like the good Thunders that have a good banish effect like Dark or Roar. But again, it's nice that its normal summon banished is cost. That's it for the normal summons of the deck. onto the hand traps. The triple dim shifter, I cannot tell you how many games this one's by itself. Like it's better than Lancia, honestly. And I side the Lancia mainly for the mirror match because you do not want to use this um, in the mirror match. But I side them out for I side them out for Lancias against the mirror match. But like in any other matchup, this card blows them out like Striker, Pendulum, Salad, um, Orchist. All this. If you open this card, it's over. Basically, they have to pass their turn, and then you can proceed to OTK. Even this and Battery Man is a really good starter card. Like this card can go first or in second. I will say mid to late game it's bad, but like even if you can banish this off of the lore if it's dead in hand, or like you can start banishing stuff in grave using Titan effect to protect itself, and then slowly make this card live again if you really need to. Again, another problem with this is if you're under Dim Shifter, you're gonna lose graveyard advantage. So like your Colossus and Titan will be vulnerable, but it's just worth that upside, like being able to lock your opponent out of their graveyard. The other hand traps I run is triple Ash and triple Ogre. Now, my justification of maxing on Ash and not on Ogre is because Ash can work under Dim Shifter. So, and Ash is just better in general, but it's mandatory for this card to hit Grave. So if you open Shifter and this is dead. And if you open Shifter and Ash, then Ash is not dead because Ash does not need to hit Grave. It's just you just pitch the card and it works. So that's my justification. And I still think that Ogre is good this format. Being able to hit Narla or Lunalight Tiger and Scale is good against the Orcus Lunalight matchup. Against Pendulum is good. You hit the Electromite. Strikers, they're going to try to rush the multi-roll just because they have the one Widow Anchor. They're going to try to loop the Widow Anchor. So this is still good against Striker. I mean, Ogre is still underrated, and it's a light, so you can banish it to trigger, like Dragon Duo, for example. So it has decent synergy, to be honest. All right, that's it for the monsters. That's 30 monsters in the main deck. Onto the spells, which is we run 10. The triple lore, obviously, this card is pot agreed for the deck. Just like no explanation needed. Triple instant fusion. This card, I see some people run 2 or not even run it at all. I think 3 is the right number. Even though I only have 2 targets, I just want to open this card. This card is just phenomenal going first or second. Going first, you can summon Kaminari attack with Battery Man and get the token, and go Summoner, open 2 Link Zones, and just pop off from there. Or if you go second, you can go Thousand Eyes Restrict and try to rip a card, and usually they have to respect it, or if they don't respect it, then you can just link it off for Link Karibo, and then you can proceed with your combo there. So I think triple instant fusion is mandatory. Last stuff for the spells, I run the double Thunder Dragon Fusion, the 1 Gold Sark, and the 1 Monster Reborn. Double Thunder Dragon Fusion, a lot of people like to run 3. I think at least 2 is correct. It's just so good in the grind game when, like, mid to late game, you can just recur so much advantage. Be able to recycle your banished materials to the main deck is good for Titan. One thing I will say, opening this and Dim Shifter is bad because this won't hit Grave under Dim Shifter, so you won't get its search effect. But again, just Dim Shifter is so good, it can win games by itself. The 1 Gold Sark, no explanation needed, just toolbox your entire deck. Usually you want to banish the Roar, but that's it for Gold Sark. It got hit to 1 because of Thunder. Monster Reborn is just, again, like you don't see many Thunder players play it. I just like Monster Reborn. And it's just being able to extend your plays is just ridiculous. You send a lot of stuff to Grave, like with Battery Man, for example, and then so it's just a really good card. Again, that's it for the main deck. We run 10 spells, 30 monsters. Let's quickly get onto the side deck. We run the double nib. A lot of people like to run 3. I think 2 is okay, just because I don't want to open multiples of it. But again, like it's a good card. So if you find the space for 3. I tried to find space for 3, but I think 2 is okay. This is fantastic in the mirror. Usually, if you drop it on Thunder, they lose. Another good card for the mirror is Lancia. I feel like this you can't play around if you play against Thunder. Nib you can play around, like Appaloosa and whatnot. But for the mirror, I think Lancia is pretty good just because they have to pass their turn. Like they can't really play under Lance, so you just proceed to OTK them, going second. For back row hate, I max on the Twin Twisters. Again, you want stuff in gray so you can banish them to pop off. But again, I just really like Twin Twisters. I think it's good. The one order, again, like you don't really need your spells. Most of your plays are combo oriented via like monster effects, so you can get by with the one order. Triple evenly match, again, really good card in the mirror. Being able to, because they don't really run, Thunder doesn't really run Omni negates, so they have to respect this. It's just a good card in general to break down boards. And then the last card, I run the triple crackdown. Again, there's a lot of players that will want you to go first, thinking that you'll go second. And again, like Dim Shifter and some of the hand traps aren't really the best going first. Like usually, if I want to side in, if I know I'm going first, I usually side out the Chaos Emperor, the third Instant Fusion, and a Monster Reborn. And this card can sometimes show. It's good in Striker. It's good in Thunder. In Thunder, you can actually in the mirror, and I know a lot of my sides already base for the mirror, and again, that's what I'm expecting. But it just has so many applications, so you just link the monster off you get with Crackdown, and some decks again are so reliant on the normal summon. You take their normal summon, you essentially win the duel. That's it for the side. Quickly onto the extra. You run the Triple Titan again. This is pretty mandatory, self-explanatory. Triple Colossus. Again, absolutely necessary. Last of the fusions, your instant fusion target, the one common attack, and the 1000 eyes restrict for your instant fusion targets. That's it for the fusion monsters. That's 8. The rest of the monsters are link monsters. So you run the one bull sword, the one boar load, the one unicorn. Sword for game load. It's good in the mirror match, and it can chain block opposing titans. So this is actually really good. You can steal your opponent's titan and like use their effect on your turn, or even on the same battle phase if you can trigger it. The one unicorn for just like problematic like floodgates or monsters or what have you. The one Nightmare Phoenix for floodgates. The one Beat Cop for essentially Aloof Lupin. I don't run Wee Witch. I can't really find the space, but it's just so generic that because if you have Aloof and a light, you can't go Wee Witch. I do agree Wee Witch has a higher ceiling than Beat Cop, but Beat Cop is just so much more generic, and I feel like the need to run it. Obviously, the one Summoner you can turn to Colossus, and the one Link Kariba for Matrix and 1000 Eyes Restrict. Alright guys, that's it for the deck profile. Please let me know what you think. I'd love to read your guys' thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Please leave a like if you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps a fellow duelist out. And thank you so much again for watching, and have a nice day.